Good kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Back in, cuts to his corner, take the shot, he scores!
Good evening, and welcome to Peters Township High School, where tonight we have a double feature for you. In the first game, we have our northern opponents, Pine-Richland, facing North Allegheny, and in the second game, we have our own home team, Peters Township, versus Norwin. Tonight's contest is Section 3 of the WPIAL Championship semifinals. North Allegheny is in their black and gold trim. Pine-Richland in the white uniform. They are the home team, and they will be going from right to left. Just awaiting for the officials to begin play. Both teams finished. Pine-Richland finished second. North Allegheny finished third in the realignment this year, which is new. And play is underway. Both teams feature some highly skilled players as well as some speed, so this should be a very good matchup. Nice hustle on Pine-Richland to come up and get that ball. And they do retain possession of that. Number 15 for Pine-Richland. Back pass of 17, who with a nice strike gets it up to number 3. That's Ella. Ball out of play. Contact with the attacker's stick. PR retains possession. That ball was pretty well hit to the North Allegheny player, so not much to do there but receive it and move it upfield. A little offensive surge here by Pine-Richland. That ball's in the circle. Ejected nicely by NA. That ball went out off of the defender's stick, so Pine-Richland has a long hit at the 25. And that went off a North Allegheny player, but it was elevated, so that'll be a turnover. Quick start on the ball with NA having it. Able to get through a few players. Mostly PR at this point. And we have two fine officials tonight, Ben Peters and Brad Raber. Again, PR pushing that ball, trying to get it further into the circle. NA having a tough time clearing it. Some dangerous development for NA. They're lucky on that one. Very close to getting a corner. Just managed to avoid that. That ball's probably going to go out of play. So Pine-Richland again, starting at about the 40 of North Allegheny. Beautiful evening. Slight breeze and mid to lower 50s. Sun's setting, so excellent conditions for these players. Not sure what it'll be like for the second game, but just have to wait and see. No substitutions as of yet, although I do see an A player getting ready to be subbed. Again, it's been mostly Pine-Richland to this point. And that'll be a 16 went out of play. North Allegheny getting another chance at clearing. Somewhere along the way it went out of play on the far sideline. Let's see. It looks like to be about the 43. So Pine-Richland likes to regroup with those back passes, drop passes back to the defender. A little momentary surge by North Allegheny. So there's a free ball that Pine-Richland tracks down. Some good passing through the lanes. Again, bringing it upfield nicely is number 3, Ella. PR retains possession. Look for them to try to push it into the center, but nice defensive play by NA. And there's a goal. So consistent effort, a lot of pressure. NA unable to deal with it, and there was a shot past the goalie. Short side, and Pine-Richland is on the scoreboard first. And that goal came at 24:31 of the first half. All right, 14 is going to begin play again for North Allegheny. Plenty of time to regroup and get something going. There's some nice dribbling by that player off the stick of Pine-Richland. Advantage slightly for Pine-Richland, and indeed they retain possession, number 8 with it. Looks like Pine-Richland ignited a little energy into the North Allegheny team. There you go. It's up to the 20, 15. A lot of sticks down. Somehow gets through. Cleared nicely by Pine-Richland. Resets. Good positioning by Pine-Richland to intercept that pass. That's a corner for North Allegheny. Well then, just when it looked like this was going to be a game dominated by Pine-Richland, North Allegheny comes up and gets the first corner of the game. It's another corner. Yeah, Pine-Richland just wasn't able to get that ball beyond the circle, so NA gets another attempt here. Woo, she missed on that one. So NA goes 0 for 0 on those two corners. like 3 for for Pine-Richland. Good movement upfield. Oh, it's in the circle. Very lucky there. A little back and forth motion going on with the game now, which is nice to see. Ball was received nicely by NA. 2-on-1 over there. A good defense here by NA. Oh man, that ball was picked cleanly from her stick. PR is pretty aggressive here, and it's paying off for them. They have a lot more possessions, despite the score being 1-0. They've really dominated play here. Crossfield pass to 17, upfield to 15, but NA reads that play, and number 7 for North Allegheny. So a little bit more pressure put on by NA at this point. So that's NA's ball. Player was down momentarily. I think she was just incidental contact and such. So NA at about the 7-yard line. Probably just going to try to push it. Oh boy, that ball took a funny bounce. That's a nice strike. NA with it to start. Nice play by number 2 for NA. Kept the ball in play. Follow the bouncing ball. Looks like we're starting at the 20. This ball's got to go 5 yards before going into the circle. It was in and out. So NA with a lot more pressure since that score. That little reverse was high, so that's going to give the ball to Pine-Richland. As I stated, is in the white and green uniform. And that ball's going to go off the stick of Pine-Richland, so it should be NA's. $15 with it. Go back to 17. Apologize, I don't have a complete roster here, so we'll just go by numbers. $17 with a quick flick upfield. Play at the 50. So 17's Going to self-start. That's Ava Loskotch. Back to 14. Keegan Klein. That gets up to 15. Heidi Von Dyke. Nice play by NA. Well received by Pine-Richland, but poked away by NA. So number 9 moving it upfield for Pine-Richland, Jordan. Landra now. Some interference by number 11 from Pine-Richland, Aloria Sharon. So 7 start taking it for NA. That's Angie Genter. 31 doing some nice dribbling. That's Laura Schwendeman. Nice lane that she got that ball through to number 3 for Pine-Richland, Ella Rothenhaus. Well struck ball, but and off of North Allegheny. So Pine-Richland's going to take over at the or have it at the 25. I think that went off of NA's stick first, so that's why the official's signaling for another long hit for Pine-Richland. We'll again reset at the 25. It's number 11, Laura Sharon. Fielded nicely by NA. Moving it upfield, that's number 7. Angie, still with it. Finally gives it up to 31. Laura, that ball's out of play. So Pine-Richland will indeed have it at the 16. Yeah, we're less than halfway through the first half. About 14 minutes left. Well played game. Pine-Richland holds a narrow lead of 1-0. North Allegheny has responded and has applied more pressure here. Hasn't resulted in a goal, but they did have 2 corners. So looks like they've got some things going on in their favor. Nice strike by North Allegheny. Take it again at the 25. She was doing a little bit dance with the ball with her feet, so that's Pine-Richland's ball. Number 7 just couldn't help herself on that play. And that might have been a poor attempt at an aerial, but NA is able to field that one. That ball probably will go out of play. Indeed it does, so NA is going to take it on the sideline. Ball deflected off of Pine-Richland's stick, so NA is quick to get on these self-starts. When the whistle sounds, if the official doesn't tell them to spot it, they're on it. So kudos to them. There's a nice ball to the circle. Able to be taken out by number 9 for Pine-Richland, Jordan Landriau. Excuse me, that was number 8, Elena Camino. Number 6 must have been interference because looked like 11 had good positioning, but still in play, but out of play. So some deep penetration by Pine-Richland, number 15 at the 10, 8. Little pass over to the forward there. That ball's out of play. All right, so that's going to come out to the 16. Eleven surveying the field, passes it to 7. But 11's in her way. Nice job by Pine-Richland. Nice defense, so 3 with it again. And she's dribbling it downfield, as she's apt to do. She missed that one. So somewhat dangerous play on that results in North Allegheny taking over. Nice poke check by NA, but out of play. "17 with it. Bounces a little bit. I think it went off her stick. And 7 with a little drive upfield. 8 tried to stop it for Pine-Richland. Settles it and gets a pass off. Definitely a lot of noise from the fans for both teams. It's what we want to hear. Some noise. So the late game is featuring Norwin, who played here last week against Peters Township. So this is sort of a repeat of a game last week that was won by Peters Township. Under 10 minutes in this half. Again, the ball's into the circle. And there she is at the doorstep. So nice play by number 9 to score that goal for Pine-Richland, Jordan Landriau. And that puts the game at 2-0. That goal came at 9:34. And I do believe we have a timeout. I think North Allegheny wants to regroup. They had settled into this game nicely, and then that play just gives one more goal, one more cushion for Pine-Richland. So once this timeout is over, we'll return to the broadcast. Thank you. All right, that timeout is over, and just to bring you up to speed, Pine-Richland just scored their second goal of the first half, bringing the score to 2-0. That ball was off of number 8 for Pine-Richland, so NA retains possession and passes it up to number 7. I'm sure the coach had some words to say. And there's a nice drive by North Allegheny, still in the center. Number 14 with it for Pine-Richland. Knocked out a play by North Allegheny. And there's number 3, who definitely has some wheels for Pine-Richland. There's a shot to the circle. Nice play by NA. Again, that combination from 31 to 7. There's 20. Pushing it over to number 11, or 19 rather. Good defense by Pine-Richland. Ball bounced, but still a good ball to play. Ooh, deep penetration, went off the foot, corner. So believe it or not, this is Pine-Richland's first corner of the game. Despite leading 2-0, they've got even strength goals. This will be the first corner for Pine-Richland. Looks like number 8's going to be the inserter. Ball's inserted to 17. Well struck. Still in the circle. Corner. So, very nice defensive stands by North Allegheny, but unable to clear, resulted in another corner for Pine-Richland. This is their second consecutive corner. And sometimes these things could go on and on. There's the insert, 17 again. Ball kicked out by the goalie. So that's the third corner for Pine-Richland. So they're starting to stack these corners, which is very advantageous. The probability of scoring on a corner is about 30% or so. So let's see what happens here on their third corner to 17. Well defended by NA. So that corner's over and that ball's free. It's upfield. Who's going to get there first? Looks like Pine-Richland, number 14. Keegan Klein. And that call favors Pine-Richland. Just under 6 minutes, first half. Beautiful playing conditions. Field in excellent shape. So again, I think Pine-Richland starting to assert themselves. Ball kicked out by the keeper, so it's going to be a long hit at the 25. 17 seems to be one of their main cogs. Official said play on, despite going off the foot of NA. There's another foot. Oh, official reverses his call. So NA will take ownership, sometimes very briefly, but even though that ball was elevated, the official determined that it wasn't dangerous. So 31 with it for Pine-Richland. Alexis Sharon. back to 11, maybe back to 17. Starting to figure that one out. Number 7 able to get that. Pass didn't have a lot of pace on it. So NA again trying to show something here in the first half. It's a free ball. Looks like NA will get there first. So despite that player being outside the blue line, as long as the ball remains in or on the blue line, it's a live ball. So it's one of the unique characteristics of this game is that the player could be on the sideline as long as the ball remains in. Unable to control that one, did she? So, and that I had some English on it because bounced as if it was going to go out of play, and then it went to the center. So Pine-Richland making nice, short, crisp passes. NA's looking for the long hit at this point. So just more successfully completed passes is what I've seen so far. We're at 3:25 of the first half. Pine-Richland leading this one by a score of 2-0 over North Allegheny. They are rivals in the north, so to speak. And that ball went off of Pine-Richland. See how she just started again once that call was made. 17 unable to get that hit that she wanted. And all 6 had to do was keep her stick down on that particular one. A little bit of contact. And that's 14 for NA. Haley. Tried to dribble it a little bit too far sometimes. That went off some bodies. I think it went off of North Allegheny, as says the official. Oh, there's 15 there. She would have had a nice easy path maybe to a goal, but not able to control it on her stick. NA with some late first half pressure. There's 3 with it for Pine-Richland. Ella, again, she's up to her old tricks. Ball still live. Off the stick of North Allegheny. There's a long hit. Approaching the 1-minute mark of the first half. Able to get it to 3, and she, again, puts that shot into the circle as best she can. Still live on the sideline. NA moving it upfield. Met with some resistance by Pine-Richland, but able to get through. And that goes out of play. So it's a bad luck for North Allegheny at this point, but still very much in this contest. 17 with a well-struck ball, but I believe it was elevated, so NA will take it probably that shot at the 50. And we're at about 25 seconds, so time waning here in the first half. There's an aerial, and that changed field position very nicely. See if NA can get a hold of it, which they can't, so under 10 seconds now. Ball's out of play. And we're going to have the horn. So, to wrap this up, Pine-Richland with a very solid performance in the first half, winning this contest at this point by a score of 2-0. We will return after this halftime. Thank you. Well, that halftime went by quick. So we have 30 minutes remaining in this contest, this game. Pine-Richland with a solid lead of 2-0. May not seem like a lot, but in this sport, with fairly even competition, 2-0 is substantial. So we're about to get way here again. North Allegheny begins play. They're in the black and gold trim. 31 racing upfield. Nice pass to 14. It was Pine-Richland to recover that pass. So 17, she's been, her number's been called a lot today. Usually takes these at the 16. You tend to go with the lateral pass to clear. It's a nice outlet. That's NA's ball. 31 will start here. So Pine-Richland, they have a stingy defense, to say the least. They've been very good at tracking the ball and clearing. And if that's number 3, she's a speedster, and this is what she does right there. And there she goes with initiating a corner. So first corner for either team the second half, early in the second half. Well done by number 3, able to initiate that play. So 8 again to insert for Pine-Richland. And I suspect if this is a goal, or if they get another goal, it'll pretty much be lights out for NA. So ball's inserted. And that ball's out of play. So I get another chance here, not at a corner, but a long hit. So this is 11 for Pine-Richland. Laura. That just went over 15 stick. Out of play. So North Allegheny breathing a sigh of relief. They will have it at the 16. Again, the outlet to 7. Trying to get it upfield. Official saying play on. Again, that's a 3. It's tough to defend. The only thing you could do is just create a foul so that she has to stop. That might be, well, the best way to manage that situation. But NA with a little possession here of the ball. Going laterally with it, and no one there to receive that pass. We're just able to get to it is 15. Substitution for North Allegheny, number 2 in. So I'm impressed. Pine-Richland using all the field. Their passes aren't always vertical. Sometimes they're horizontal, which sometimes is the better play. Especially when you have 2 defenders hovering around the 5-yard line, 5-yard distance, the circle which you're required to do on a self-start. So ball kicked out by the goalie. There's a nice pass because there was nothing in front of her. 3 again. Who has position? Well done by Pine-Richland again. So she might just take this ball and try to move it into the circle. There's a shot. Out of play again. Out of the circle, rather. NA retains possession. So that ball gets through a few and is at the 25. Oh, there's a loose ball. Can NA do something with it? It's in the circle. And there's a goal. North Allegheny on the scoreboard. And that came at 24:45. Very nice goal. Good effort by North Allegheny. So that makes the score 2-1. And this game just got a lot more interesting. Well, as the sun sets, we're in the second half of a really fine game here between North Allegheny and Pine-Richland. Scores 2-1 favoring Pine-Richland Rams against the NA Tigers. .31 getting it over to 57, but ball went out of play, so. And we have a timeout by Pine-Richland, so coach must have felt that North was coming on, and so they decided to take a timeout. And we will too. At 23:37, Pine-Richland leading this one 2-1 over North Allegheny. Play about to begin again. Pine-Richland called that timeout. So 31 will take it for Pine-Richland. That's 17 with it. Again, Pine-Richland relentless. Ball's NA's. Looks like they're going to take it at the 15, 16. Didn't go beyond the end line, so I'm sure it was officials' preference on where they wanted that spot that ball. Play on, they're saying. 57 getting the pass of 15. It's either or, but I think NA reached in, and consequently Pine-Richland will have it. .31 trying to get it to 3, I know that. Not many people can stay with her as she's dribbling upfield. That ball went out of play by North Allegheny. Pine-Richland has it. Pine-Richland has 3 deep. There's some movement here by NA, just not able to get it inside the circle. 17 with it. Instead showing some excellent dribbling. So all those loose passes or ill-struck balls, Pine-Richland's getting to them. So looks like there's some momentary contact, both players down on a knee, but no harm there, no foul. Some excitement brewing here as NA very close, trying to get something going inside the circle. Not able to convert or generate a corner. Substitution 23 for 3 for Pine-Richland. And NA looks like they have a little mo here. Should be NA's ball there. A little back and forth with the passing. Smart play. Ball's in the circle. Out. 16. Didn't really go off of anybody's stick, so hence the turnover. Pine-Richland definitely adopting a more defensive posture. I think if they have the numbers, they will definitely push it though. There you go. Nice run and gun. Just missed on that one. So crowd getting more and more vocal as we start to push through this second half. Just under 20 minutes remaining. Pine-Richland up 2-1 over North Allegheny. Some nice passing from 17 to 3, and here we go with 3. She gets it over to 8, or 6, rather. Again, that went off of Pine-Richland's player, so NA doing a nice job here, trying to play intensifying just a little bit here. I think there's a little bit more sense of urgency on the part of NA. Beautiful evening. Wind is calmed. Banners are at draped on the pole, so no wind to speak of. And there's 14. Not a corner, but close. And the signal is 5, so forgot to, that ball didn't travel 5 yards before going in the circle. And that ball was lifted, so NA has it, so some good pressure by them here. Long hit. So some sustained momentum here. NA keeping the ball down in Pine-Richland's end of the field. 2 coming off for 39 for North Allegheny. And I think they miscommunicated over there. The ball went out of play, so Pine-Richland with it. Ooh, almost looked like there was a foot involved there, but long hit again for North Allegheny. Well, she's dodging and weaving, and that was a very nice effort by NA to generate that corner for them. So we could have a tie ball game here if North Allegheny is able to convert on this corner. Very nice individual effort by 15, dribbling into the circle and generating that corner. So let us see as we await the insert. Well, that was set up nicely. Ball still in the circle. Corner. Looked like that was kicked by Pine-Richland, so NA gets their second chance. So that's their second consecutive corner of the second half. You may remember Pine-Richland had 3, so they can stack. Here we go. That ball has a little bounce. Over, back. So a lot of passing, but really no shot on goal per se. And unfortunately for the North Allegheny Tigers, no goal. One goal differential here. Pine-Richland leading this one. '17 with some nice dribbling skills. So Pine-Richland with some movement upfield of their own. Seemed like North Allegheny had it down at Pine-Richland's end for a while. Ball at the 50. Still in play, still in play. Substitution for NA, 38 for 57. And you don't want to give 3 the opportunity to get upfield. No one there for NA, but good pressure by NA there. Number 15. That was a poke check on a stick that caused that infraction. 38, who just entered the game, will now self-start over to 7. Still in play. Into the circle. Fielded nicely by Pine-Richland. Dribbles it out. Tries to pass it upfield. Went out of play, I think. The official's right there, so ball traveled about 35 yards. Oh, there's an opportunity for 15. Oh, very nice play by the goalie. That was an excellent opportunity by North Allegheny. That ball go out of play at the 30, roughly. NA stepping up their game here. A lot more pressure. 15 with it. She's been a real pest against Pine-Richland here as of late. Seven comes up with it. Pine-Richland well schooled there. They're doing a nice job in their own defensive end. Ball out of play. NA will take over here at the 42, 41. May have been trying to do some sort of aerial, but ball neither had the height nor the pace on it to do much good. So and nice hustle by 31. Just not able to get it. There's 3. And I think they might be a dink and dumping, maybe just trying to get it upfield and let NA bring it up and make their effort. So it doesn't look like they're really trying to push for any sort of offensive effort here. And there's a double team, so yeah, you only have so long to hold on to that ball. Very nice movement by 31. And there's 3. So disregard what I just said, because Pine-Richland is trying to get that other goal, which would really ice this one. Some free space there for North Allegheny, 15. See if she could get it through some of those defenders. Both players arrive at the ball at the same time, and both officials signal it to be Pine-Richland's. So good effort by 31, and North Allegheny's 32. There's number 7 with it for NA. Being hounded by North Allegheny. Nice hit to move that ball upfield to transition. So again, NA responds and is able to have some offensive thrust here. Another great effort by Pine-Richland. That ball keeps going to the center, and they're able to dodge a bullet, if you will. And there's 3. If she got to that ball, she would have been all the way upfield. 7.5 minutes left. 2-1 Pine-Richland. There she is. There she goes. Looks like she's passing a little bit sooner. Gives NA a chance to get a stick on the ball. It's a nice pass to 7 for NA. So getting the ball spotted properly to 2021. And that's a corner. I give NA credit. They have consistently maintained effort here. And now they have an opportunity with this corner. About 6 minutes left. It's the insert. Long hit. So North Allegheny continues to have possession at the 25. That ball had some pace on it. It's in the circle. And as Mike Lang says, get the heat out of a hot kitchen. So again, trying to get that ball into the circle. NA is desperate at this point. With just a little over 5 minutes remaining in this game. Again, this is just taking time off the clock that NA needs. Again, 3 passes it to 31. Nice effort by both of those players. 57 with it. Let's see if there's somebody uncovered. Great effort by 17. Picked her pocket. Oh, 7 has it. Ball's there. And again, cleared. Nice dribbling by by Pine-Richland in the circle. Under 4 minutes. 4 minutes. There's 3 again. Gonna force the issue. Just kind of duped him into expecting the pass at about the 20, and she takes it to near the end line. So three minutes left. 3 minutes. Well struck and well received by both teams. Well, Seven's really been relentless here in her offensive efforts, as has 3 for Pine-Richland. Both teams really are to be commended here tonight. 2.5 minutes. Ball's going to stay in play because 3 is quick. And see what she just did? She just caused a corner. So excellent effort by 3 to initiate that contact. And so Pine-Richland has their 4th corner of the second half. And we're at the 2-minute mark. Goal here most certainly gives them the big W. Oh, and that went through a bunch of people. Wow. And they're all up there on the... she needs to pass it. And they need to get upfield to generate a corner. Cleared nicely by the keeper. Corner. Wow. Wow. By the time this corner takes place, we'll have 60 seconds. 60 seconds remaining in this game. NA just went from having the corner against them to having a corner for them. So here we go. 1 minute. NA with the corner. Nice stop. And that's a penalty stroke at 48 seconds, I do believe. NA with a very nice performance here to get this corner. Excuse me, penalty stroke. 57 will take this. The official will ask the keeper if they're ready, ask the shooter if they're ready. May or may not blow the whistle, and then it's a 50-50 proposition. The remaining players are at the 30-yard line behind it. .48 seconds. NA with a chance to tie this game. This is for the tie. And she ties it. NA ties this game. We're at 2-2. And there will be a tiebreaker. There will be a tiebreaker tonight because somebody has to be victorious. Wow. What an effort here by both teams. As I said, 48 seconds left. This game is tied at 2-2, and Pine-Richland is taking a timeout. Wow. So that penalty stroke came at 48 seconds left. So let's see what Pine-Richland can do in this last 48 seconds. See if they can generate a corner or some opportunity to score. Otherwise, we're going into overtime, folks. Well, there's definitely some jubilation on the field and in the stands for NA. They just came up with a game-tying goal here with 48 seconds left in the second half. We are tied at 2-2. Pine-Richland was set to begin play. And we don't want to let 3 have it if you're a fan for NA. She's lights out. So we've got 38 seconds. NA really needs to get the ball upfield if they want to get this to overtime. And that's what probably both teams are playing for at this point, just some overtime. Oh, and that would. There's 3 with it. Nice play by NA. We're going to have 10 seconds left, so they need to get this ball in play very quickly. We have a player tying her shoe. I don't know that they can do it. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left. And that's going to be the end of the game. So this game ends in a tie, 2-2. And I shouldn't say regulation time. Now we got to go into overtime. I believe there will be another 5-minute intermission, and then not sure if it's 15 or 30 minutes or when we go to a shootout. But nevertheless, I do believe that we'll be looking at a reduced number of players on the field, 7v7, so that's 6 field and 1 keeper. I may be wrong just due to this is a playoff game, but let's see what happens. We have an overtime scheduled. There'll be 2 15-minute overtimes, and if the game is still tied at that point, we will go into a shootout. Players should be on the field and getting into position. As I stated previously, we have 7v7, 6 field players per team, as well as their goalie then makes 7. So North Allegheny gets the start here at the sound of the whistle. And here we go. 15 minutes. See what happens. Obviously a lot easier to get passes through. Some contact, no whistle. Pine-Richland pretty stubborn there on defense. And there's 3. Cleared nicely by NA. Nice pass across field to NA player, uncovered. It's 11 with it. She's going to get it back to 15, back to 11. Excuse me, that was 31 maybe. And that's 7. NA tracking that one down, but hitting it out of play at the 50. Things have chilled down considerably. It's high 40s now, like 48, 49. Crossfield pass to 15. I think they're trying to get it to 3, as they do. She gets it back to 11. Over to 15, who whiffs on it, out of play. NA at the 15, at the 16 rather. And when that ball bounces even a slight amount, and you're expecting a grounder, if you will, it's sometimes it's very difficult. So stick skills on these girls are really remarkable. It's 11 back to 30. That ball's going to go out of play. Off of North Allegheny. So Pine-Richland pretty much sustained offensive attack here in overtime. And that was whistled. They did have an advantage momentarily, Pine-Richland, but when she made that reverse hit, it went away. So ball was elevated, and consequently NA's ball. So a 8 is the safety for Pine-Richland. So he was able to get that ball and bring it upfield slightly. So far side of the field, the 42, 43, Pine-Richland has it. Little pass back to 11, I guess. And gets through North Allegheny, and there's 3 again. Nice defense by NA. Put some pressure on. Oh, kicked out by NA. Very nice play by the goalie. NA players uncovered. Nobody down there to receive that pass, though. Two defenders trying to clog that up, and there's a nice play by NA. A lot of nice plays. I think number 7 showing a little fatigue for NA. There's a pass over to 3. And 57 there on defense. She's going to get it back to 31. And NA indeed subbing. Ooh, that was really a nice effort. Terrific effort by 17. That's a tough one to handle for any keeper. 11-17. And they would do well to get that ball upfield, give themselves a little breathing room. Just off the stick of 7, out of play. 15 will take it for Pine-Richland. We're in a tie game here, overtime. 31 completely uncovered. Probably will try to pass it 3. Well read by NA. Hard to get it through the defender standing there. Very nice dribbling. So NA showing a little momentum, a little effort here. Bringing it down. Ooh. 14. If she had a little bit closer, might have been able to field that ball and put a move on the goalie and get that score. NA with their furthest penetration of the overtime, excuse me. Kicked out by the keeper. Many thought that might have been going in, but that keeper read that one from start to finish. We're at the 25. Pine-Richland. NA in the dark uniform with the gold. Kicked away again. I think 15 has a way to handle that. Yeah, that went bounced up off her stick. Otherwise, she would have been running, that's for sure. Oh, there was should have been a whistle, I guess, but not called. 14 on 8. Exciting game here tonight. 2 evenly matched teams, as evidenced by their overtime. Nice pass. 15 the trailer. Still in the circle. Out. Wow. NA's living on the edge here. There's been 2 or 3 times in this overtime that they've had to clear, and they've done a masterful job at it. Oh, she read that great, NA. I think Pine-Richland might get there first. Maybe not. Oh, self-inflicted there on that one by number 7. 15 again. No substitutions for Pine-Richland. Back past the 17. Two-thirds of the way through this first overtime. Oh, that's 15. So 7 with it for NA. Needs to get rid of it. Held on to that a little bit too long. So 3. Almost. So back to 17, who can drive the ball. That ball's going to bounce upfield. NA communicating as to who's going to receive that. And I don't know whose stick that went off of. And I see Pine-Richland gets it. Eleven with it. Passing it back to 17. Back to 11. Went off the foot of 7, I do believe. Positioning the ball at the 26. Nice play by the goalie to kick that out of harm's way. These players are definitely tired. Oh, that ball's still in play. Into the circle. Cleared. 17. Right at the top of the key. Player dropped her stick. Long hit. As we're under 4 minutes. Nobody in this stadium is sitting. Everybody's standing. Look at this. It's wonderful. And that ball did not go 5 yards. Hence NA. Substitution 19 for 7 for NA. Oh, 19 misplayed that slightly, so 15 again for Pine-Richland. Ooh, just unable to really get some pace on that. Otherwise, she had a chance for a nice offensive play by NA. Looks like there's some sloppy play a little bit here coming up. Just not fielding the ball cleanly, and oh, very nice movement by 17. Brings it upfield. Oh, I think they saw it was dangerous. Girl almost got that stick in her face, so good call. 11 with it for NA at the 25. Just about 2 minutes left. We had some nice pace on that. 15. There's 19. Oh, just not able to get her stick down in time. Very nice play by NA. Again, nice penetration here. Kicked out of play by the goalie. Still in play, excuse me. That ball's still live. I think it went off the foot. Gonna have to reset this back at the 8-10, something like that. 1:22 left. Having some difficulty finding the ball or getting a ball on the field, so that's at the 15. Yeah, it's out of play. NA has it. There's an aerial. Wrong team. Eight for Pine-Richland. Under a minute, actually 20 seconds left. (31 to 30, 25. Trying to get it to 3, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Folks, we are going to our second overtime. 15 minutes. We're going to return after this 5-minute intermission. It's matching Pine-Richland Rams and North Allegheny Tigers. We are notched at 2-2. Second overtime of 15 minutes. That was an abbreviated timeout, rather, or halftime, although it's not halftime. But so players switch sides of the field again, and Pine-Richland has the honors for the beginning of this second overtime. As you may have noticed, we have a reduced number of players on the field. Right now, it comes down to Will. Who wants this? Yeah, those sticks were hooked, but there was no call. That was a non-call. That happens occasionally, and for the most part, it's not malicious or intentional. May have an opportunity here for Pine-Richland. Getting it over to 3. Yeah, she was trying to tackle from behind. Actually, North Allegheny had the position on her, so hence the whistle. 57. Set to begin her approach, and it probably is going to go out of play. Just no one over there. Some of the players definitely showing the effects of a full game plus one overtime, and now the second overtime. Again, if it ends in a tie after this, then we go to a shootout, much like hockey, only not on ice. Although when the second game begins tonight, it may feel like ice. 7 there, the 40. Nice hustle by both players, both teams. 31 in control. Sort of a spin move, passes it to 3. And she ran right into the NA player. We have some outstanding officials tonight. There was, and I know the officials are hesitant to throw a card here because that would almost spell a definite doom. So definitely some fatigue working in on both teams here. Tired legs. And that's going to go out of play. So Pine-Richland set to begin. So 3 off the field, 9 in for Pine-Richland. To recap, Pine-Richland scored first in the first half, and then they scored another goal, and they were up 2-0. North Allegheny scored one in the second half, and then obviously another goal in the second half on a penalty stroke late in the game. So hence the tie and hence the second overtime. Great hustle by both teams. A lot of courage here. A lot of effort, individual effort and team effort to get this far. 17, who's been in the center of the field all game. Poked away by NA, and ball's over to 31 off the stick of NA. So 7 gets by the defender. She's going to take it all the way up the field. So players are giving it all here. They know it's this or nothing, so sacrificing their bodies, giving that extra effort here in the waning minutes of the second overtime. 3 looking to come back on the field, as well as 14 for North Allegheny, 3 for Pine-Richland. Substitutions taking place. We are in our second overtime. Just around 10 minutes to go. That ball is free. Little pass upfield. Nice defense by PR. Nice defense by NA. So both teams really doing an excellent job here tonight. Through the legs of NA, but the defender takes care of that, passes it over inside the 20. Ball hit out of play by Pine-Richland, long hit by NA. Then she'll get that at the 25. Let's see, just outside the hash marks. 57 there. Crossfield pass. Nice stutter step. Oh, whiffed on that. Ball went out of play. Goes to the 16. So fatigue definitely showing on that particular play. Unable to really make contact. So I believe that's 3. She may or may not pass. Looks like she may have slipped a little bit. Again, the conditions, I don't know if there may be some dew forming on the field, but there's 3. Bobbing and weaving, circling, ball's out of play. Long hit for PR. NA in a defensive posture at this point. Looks like 17 will take it. Able to dodge that defender. And ball deflected out of play by NA. More substitutions forthcoming for PR. 31 off, 11 on. Just need to give some of these players some time. Very nicely done by both teams on that particular play. Well defended. See who can get to that ball first. Kicked out, I think, by Pine-Richland. 15 for NA. 57 varieties. It's a Heinz joke. Timeout. So NA with the first timeout of the second overtime. 7:30 remaining in this second overtime. Again, the score is tied 2-2. Don't know that there was a timeout. Whistle to play. It's a tough one to get. Looks like it was bouncing. Yeah, as a defender, you do not want to overcommit on 3. She'll make you pay for it. 31 with her stick down, but little lateral pass to number 11 perhaps, or 14 rather. Nice D by NA. 17 again with it. Able to circle around the defender. Bring it upfield. We're at the 10. 5. Into the circle. Kicked out. Controlled by PR. Oh, puts it right in front of the player. Oh. Oh, man. Whew. A lot of action there, folks. Pine-Richland setting that up, and they get a corner. 6:15 remaining. So this makes it especially tough. We only got the keeper and I believe three defenders back there. Oh, and that was miffed or whiffed or whatever, so unsuccessful on that attempt. 57. See if she can transition the field. She's down. Ball out of play. Here we go. 7 with it. Batted down by the defender. That ball was topped and elevated, so Pine-Richland now gets a chance to do the attacking. One lone defender for both teams primarily at this point. Oh, that defender should come up and play that, which she's able to get to. 57. And that ball's going to travel all the way down to about the 20. Nice hand-eye coordination by Pine-Richland. 17. 3 with it. Again, 31 is going to be uncovered. Nice defense. Nothing called. Ooh, not able to clear. Just not enough. Oh, that's in favor of NA, so that ball's going to track sideline to sideline. Out of play. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes for either team to score, otherwise we go into a shootout. No one there, so nothing called. Ball's out of play. 16. Wow, what can one say? Nearing the end of the second overtime, North Allegheny, Pine-Richland tied 2-2. She gets that ball out to 15. 17 after her. Oh, nice defense. Got to settle this and clear. Pine-Richland with the better of it lately. Didn't get that one out far enough, I know that. 11 with an opportunity here. Wow, okay, so that goal was, shot was wide to the right. We're 2.5 minutes left. These girls are dog tired. Penalty on foul on 17. Throwback to let them set up. Again, there's the ample opportunity for good, crisp passing to a teammate. Hence, she hits it right into her stick. So 3 with it. No one's going to catch her. If she gets around this defender, it's like could be lights out. Corner. 1.5 minutes left. Could this be the moment? We shall see. So that's North Allegheny's ball. What to do, what to do? Probably not that. So 7 in control here. Just dribbling it upfield. 15 there. Probably going to go wide. Oh, she goes to the center with it. 2 players there. Need to communicate. We're under 30 seconds. And that was a not a high percentage shot, but definitely gives Pine-Richland here one last opportunity to bring it upfield. They're going to start at the 16. We're at 18 seconds left. Unless this ball gets transitioned upfield real quickly. That ball's out of play off of Pine-Richland stick. We are looking to get it into the shootout. 7 seconds left. And that horn sounds the end of the second overtime. You're in for a treat here. We are into a shootout. This game remains tied. Pine-Richland, North Allegheny. We will sign off here and see how much time before this shootout occurs. Very exciting. 2 evenly matched teams here pitted against one another. Somebody's going to come out a winner tonight. Somebody's going to come out a loser. Not sure what end of the field or how they're going to do this. I think they're looking at the rules to ensure that they're enforced and done properly. We have 2 sets of officials here. The crew working this game as well as the crew that's going to do the other game tonight. And there is another game tonight, so and that'll feature Peters Township against the Norwin team as well. So stay tuned. This is a marathon field hockey night and deciding outcome to this game, where in fact we do have a shootout. The benches are lined up at the 50-yard line. Haven't yet determined how many players are involved in this, but I do believe they're going to start play at the 25, and they have the opportunity to dribble the ball, use whatever skills they have to put the shot on goal. Just from watching the warm-ups, it seems this is heavily favored with the field player versus the goalie, so we'll see how this turns out. Looks like NA will do the honors. Pine-Richland goalie in the net. We have an official down near the goal cage and another one at the 15. And it looks like there's 5 players from each team, so maybe it's a sum total of 5. Whoever has the most after 5, and then you keep going. So there we go, the whistle. and that's a goal. So NA 1, Pine-Richland up and coming. Here comes the NA goalie. Number 3 for Pine-Richland. Okay, the whistle. First player for Pine-Richland. So she, I guess she miffed on the dribble, so she wasn't even able to get a shot off. And again, still 1-0. NA with their second shooter. Nice play by the keeper. So that player goes down. So obviously there's different strategies on how you want to play it. Either you go and attack them, or you wait and set up a defensive position. 17 with it for Pine-Richland. Oh, and that goes in. So we are not at a tie again. 1 goal apiece. With 3 remaining players. It's awaiting the whistle. Here we go. Third player from North Allegheny. Oh, very nice move. North Allegheny goes up. Pine-Richland yet to go. This is 31 for Pine-Richland. Whistle. And that's in. And that's a goal. Again, a tie. Whistle. Knocked out of play. So here's a chance for Pine-Richland to take the lead with 2 remaining players. If they score both of these, they win. And I believe there's 1 remaining player. So not to have any pressure on you, but NA has to score here. Otherwise, Pine-Richland wins. Here we go. Still in this. Is that the whistle? I don't see any official call yet. Maybe some reason to think that didn't end the game, but I'm thinking it did. Pine-Richland, in fact, does win this one tonight in a shootout over North Allegheny. And you can see the jubilation and excitement for Pine-Richland as they rush toward their goalie. The faces, forlorn faces for North Allegheny. It was a great game, and we're just glad you were able to watch tonight with us. Once again, the final score was 3-2. Pine-Richland Rams winning this one against North Allegheny Tigers. If you care to have a break, so do it. We do have another game coming up featuring your hometown Peters Township Indians against the Norwin Knights.